The encrypted radio frequencies that once spread fear into the state of Jalisco and the deep valleys of Mexico have fallen into silence. For years, the world feared the name El Mencho and the illegal dark organization he established. However, when El Mencho was neutralized in the major operation organized in the Tapalpa Mountains on February 22nd, the empire he built did not suddenly vanish. Instead, it split into thousands of pieces, attacking left and right like a decapitated hydra. Today, the Mexican army is conducting the largest and most systematic liquidation operation in history to completely clear what remains of the ghost army of Mencho. From the secret concrete bunkers of the Sierra Madre to the luxury mansions of Guadalajara, the members of the underworld have become the prey. Today in Vantablack, we are examining that last major cleanup performed on the elite guards unit of the cartel Jalisco New Generation and the dying remains of an empire. Grupo Elite was not an ordinary group of hitmen. They were trained as a narco army specialized in guerrilla warfare and urban conflict by former special forces instructors brought from Colombia, personally selected by Mencho. This army, which possessed tactical equipment, night vision systems, and armored vehicle fleets at a level that would rival the military, put up great resistance. However, with the neutralization of Mencho, the absolute loyalty that was the greatest strength of this elite structure left its place to the instinct of survival. Mexican intelligence is evaluating this moment of rupture with great meticulousness. In the raids organized across Jalisco and Michoacán within the last week, not only hitmen, but 15 high-level commanders holding the entire logistics network of this group were captured. These were the parts of the brain coordinating the heavy weapons, rocket-propelled grenade stocks, and those famous homemade tanks called monsters belonging to the cartel. It is difficult to destroy an empire from the outside, but rotting it from the inside yields much faster results. Reports in the last 48 hours show that there is a massive information leak in the most secret and reliable points of the cartel. Those who once swore an oath of loyalty are now at the bargaining table with federal prosecutors. Thanks to these leaks, a massive logistics center hidden from satellite cameras was raided in the deep parts of the Jalisco Mountains during the Iron Fist operation. In the raid, not only tons of drugs, but also C4 explosives mounted on drones, thermal optics rarely found even in the Army inventory, and anti-aircraft systems were seized. This was not a narco operation. It was officially the disarmament of an army. The strategy of the government is clear: to dissolve the bloody organization left behind by Mencho without allowing anyone to take the lead. While the army sledgehammer falls outside, a much darker drama is being experienced within the cartel itself. While the old guards of Mencho believe in traditional narco rules, the wealthy young children called narco juniors are trying to take control. This generation gap means an internal execution at every street corner and in every safe house. Now, the bombs exploding in the streets of Jalisco are used not only against the army, but also against each other. The Mexican government uses this internal paranoia as a weapon. By throwing middle-level managers into prison, it leaves thousands of hitmen on the field without orders, without money, and most importantly, without protection. Where the money runs out and the leader is neutralized, loyalty consists only of a word. So, is this truly the end of the cartel Jalisco New Generation? History has taught us that vacuums in the narco world never remain empty. Although the liquidation of the tactical units of Mencho is a giant victory for the Mexican state, this situation has created an army of thousands of heavily armed, freelance hitmen who are not tied to any authority and can do anything to survive. This uncontrolled power may be even more dangerous for the local people than El Mencho. Thousands of rifles left leaderless are now wandering over the future of Mexico like a dark cloud. The conflict is not over. It has just moved to a much more brutal and chaotic stage without rules. The throne has shattered. The leader is no longer there, but the great danger still continues. While the Mexican army hunts the last remains of the ghost army of Mencho, the real question is this: is the silence born at the end of this cleanup a true peace or the harbinger of a greater storm? We as Vantablack will continue to watch this collapse second by second and keep the notes of this dark history. Stay within the darkness, because the truths are hidden only there. Do not forget to subscribe. and turn on the notifications. Goodbye for now.